So, was haben wir hier noch? 1 Euro Uhr gegen 500.000 Euro Uhr. Das ist diese Graph. Wie heißt der? Hallucination oder so heißt diese. Komm, wir gehen mal rein in das Video.
Yeah, there's a lot. We guys have been playing a lot of aliens.
This is a $1.5 million watch.
Oh, the crash. It's alright.
Costs $50 million. But your watch-owning journey.
Wir müssen unsere zukünftigen Kunden ausspähen. Wir müssen in deren Köpfe reingehen. Aus diesem Grund werden wir jetzt dieses Video studieren, herausfinden, welche Persönlichkeit hinter XQC steckt, was seine Träume sind, was seine Vorlieben sind in Bezug auf Konsumgüter, Klassen, Parfum und Uhren.
It begins here.
Really?
$30 Flick Flack. Flick
That shit
Flacks
is
are
heavy as fuck,
simple,
though.
playful watches built to teach kids how to tell time. The Flick
Teach them young. Ich hatte auch eine Flickflack und schaut, was aus mir geworden ist. Falls ihr Kinder habt, tut mir bitte den Gefallen und kauft ihnen eine Flickflack. Denn so können wir direkt früh sie daran gewöhnen, dass eine Uhr am Handgelenk bedeutet, dass sie bessere Menschen sind.
These do go hard though.
With great durability and elegant designs, it's the perfect start to your watch
Yeah,
owning
I've been
journey.
up with a crash
But as
before.
you get older, you want a watch that's cooler. So for $40, you buy a Casio.
Wisst ihr, was das Krasse ist? Ich erinnere mich daran, ich hatte damals zur Kommunion hatte ich damals eine Baby G-Shock bekommen und mein Kollege hat eine G-Shock bekommen und da waren wir in der Grundschule, ich glaube so 3. Klasse oder so. Ich sag's dir, diese Uhr hat damals gekostet, ich glaube diese Uhr war damals so 70 D-Mark. Für mich war das also diese Uhr und die Uhr von meinem Kollegen hat 120, glaube ich, oder 90 D-Mark gekostet und seine hatte ein bisschen mehr Funktion und so weiter. Das war das, ey, so wenn ich zurückdenke, ich weiß noch, diese Baby G in hellblau, glaube ich, war die, oder in schwarz, in so grau, weiß ich nicht mehr, das war für mich das Heftigste.
We're talking about a brand that sets the standard for a watch at an affordable tier. Is there honestly one that does it any better than
Casio, in 1957, made the first compact electronic calculator. 23 years later, they made one for your wrist. The Japanese company has a wide range of quality, affordable watches with timeless designs. The legendary Casio F91.
Dude, no, Jojo, I wish they kind of even went hard on that. I feel like there's a lot of companies that make cool shit that kind of, oh, there could be a watch, and they invest into that brand on like a wearable. And over time, it appreciates like crazy. It's like an investment of its own, you know?
Was worn throughout history by highly influential figures like Osama bin Laden and Osama bin Laden's bombs. Your Casio is great, and you love wearing it. But as you get older, you start to want something classier. The Timex Weekender, a brand with American roots, Timex had a mission to make affordable watches with great quality and durability.
Notice how it captures the elegance of the most expensive watches.
When you think of Timex, you think of the Weekender aesthetic.
I love the simple design of these pieces. The Indiglow is a fun, like, just kind of treat with this.
Your Timex serves you well. Maybe you should buy another traditional watch. Or maybe you shouldn't.
This is all slightly absurd. You don't need a watch nowadays.
Because by this point in your journey, you're working towards becoming a young professional. You can't wear an antiquated trinket. You need something practical and productive. So for $250, you buy an Apple Watch SE. The Apple Watch released in 2015, and 4 years later, it outsold every Swiss watchmaker combined. The Swiss watch industry got thrown out the window faster than an Apple sweatshop worker. Your Apple Watch makes you wake up with its vibrating alarm feature. It makes you go outside with its step counter. It makes you go to bed with its sleep tracking. Forget intrinsic motivation and the willpower of the human spirit. All you ever needed were 3 colorful circles. But there's a problem with your Apple Watch.
Why not wear both?
That no amount of convenience, health tracking, or performance metrics can fix. Your Apple Watch has no soul. Compared to the history, the craftsmanship, and the magic of traditional watches, your Apple Watch is just a sterile slab of tech.
When you walk in a room with that on your wrist, you're telling everybody I'm 20%
me and Jesse met this guy.
off retail. I wouldn't be caught dead with that on my wrist.
This is all slightly absurd. You don't need a watch nowadays. But it's just about doing what is exceptional. It's about doing what is, I think, beautiful.
Wir sind Männer. Versteht ihr? Wir sind Männer. Und das ganze Konzept unserer Gesellschaft baut darauf auf, dass wir höher, schneller und weiter kommen. Ja? Wir als Männer wollen, dass es unseren Familien gut geht. Wir wollen, dass sich die Gesellschaft entwickelt. Und dazu gehört auch, dass wir immer teurere Uhren kaufen. Wir fangen an mit einer 10.000 Euro Uhr, dann kaufen wir eine 20.000 Euro Uhr und irgendwann kaufen wir eine 200.000 Euro Uhr. Und das ist erst der Anfang. Denn dann haben wir vielleicht eine in schwarz, aber noch keine in rot. Und das ist das ganze Konzept. Ähnlich wie bei Autos. Mehr PS ist besser. Wir können uns alle einreden, dass das alte Modell schön ist. Aber das neue Modell ist immer besser. Das neue Modell ist immer schöner. Ja, Was soll ich dir sagen? Wir sind einfach so kalkulierbar. Ist das Hypnose? Nein, nein, nein. Nein, nein, nein. Nein, das ist keine Hypnose. Nur die Wahrheit.
Oh, come on.
And then one day, you throw your Apple Watch out the window and you buy a Seiko.
Okay. I do like myself a good, nice watch, but dude, when these guys go over the top and they say some shit that's like artistic, okay, chill out, bro.
Presage. Seiko is a brand that offers some of the best value for money in the entire watch industry. During World War II, Seiko produced military watches for Japanese troops. In 1969, Seiko dropped an atomic bomb on the watch industry when they introduced the quartz movement, which used a battery and a quartz crystal to power a watch. These battery-powered watches were more accurate, affordable, and reliable than traditional mechanical watches. The Presage is Seiko's dress watch line, known for their salacious styles. It's a great watch, but it's just a Seiko. Inspiration comes at odd times. In 1917, the founder of Cartier was looking at newspaper photographs of World War I tanks going into battle. And in an act of utter capitalism, he thought to himself, we can make a watch out of this. The Cartier tank has a rectangular design inspired by the Renault FT-17. The iconic watch has transcended the test of time and the boundaries of gender, being worn by everyone from Princess Diana to Muhammad Ali. Its understated elegance makes it a necessary addition to your watch.
Was ist das für ein geiles Video? Was ist das für ein gutes Video?
I really hate it, but Chad, there's something about traditional bullshit Roman numbers on the Cartiers. I think it's complete fucking dog shit. I just don't like it.
In 19...
Okay, wir wissen schon mal, dass römische Zahlen auf seinem Zifferblatt nicht sein Ding ist.
1965, NASA needed an official wristwatch for the Apollo space program. 4 watch brands answered the call, and they faced off in the NASA watch trials. One brand, Hamilton, sent in a pocket watch. The 3 remaining watches were put through rigorous torture tests until the Omega Speedmaster reigned victorious. 4 years...
Hä? Aber wir waren doch noch nie im Weltraum. Da ist doch ein Glasdome über uns, oder?
Later, the Speedmaster solidified itself in watchmaking history as a first watch on the moon. One small step for man, one giant leap for the Omega marketing team. 57 quintillion Omega Speedmaster models have since been released, all with different styles and complications. Like this one here that shows you the phases of the moon.
Take this. That's an Omega. Yeah, but that has a moon phase. You see the moon in the bottom of it? You see the moon on the bottom of it? It's a real high-resolution photograph of the moon. You see the little moon? When it comes full moon, you'll get a real sense of the moon. It's a beautiful high-resolution image.
Joe. There's one watch brand that everyone knows.
If you asked 99 of 100 men on the street to name a luxury watch, we all know what they're going to say.
It's just very human to like a Rolex.
For $10,000, you buy a Rolex Submariner. Rolex watches were initially built to be tools. When the Submariner released in 1954, it cost $150. But Rolex's superior marketing
because they've earned that spot as that brand. They don't have to expend or go crazy. It's in-cemented. They don't have to do much of anything. And they hold that spot. That's just who they are. That's through good marketing.
Culture significance entered their...
The brand has also stalled out, though.
Brands into the realm of
I have that.
What was once a symbol of ruggedness and adventure became one of materialistic success. It used to be that you were the man, so you bought a Rolex. But nowadays, you buy a Rolex in hopes of becoming the man. In 1971, AP, on the verge of bankruptcy, called upon legendary designer Gerald Genta to make them an unprecedented steel sports watch. The deadline was one single day. At 11:59 p.m., Genta submitted his assignment, unaware that it would soon become the most influential watch design of all time. With its octagonal bezel, exposed screws, and seamless integrated bracelet, the AP Royal Oak is iconic and ubiquitous.
Real shit. Hey, where am I in there? Come on, man. I fell off so hard.
I want something that's going to make me happy.
Is that a Piguet Chiron?
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob.
The Jacob & Co. Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon captures the spirit of a hypercar. Its outside shows the flowing lines and curves of a Bugatti. Its inside, a Bugatti 16-cylinder engine wind-up toy.
What's my engine start?
Hammer. Hammer. Ich liebe es. Ich liebe es.
And it's Piguet.
By this point in your watch-owning journey, you've obtained a level of wealth that is extravagant, abrasive, and dangerous.
So I used to work.
Guck mal, das ist halt die Sache. Das ist genau das. Warum machen wir das? Ne? Also, weil wir einfach besser sein wollen. Und weil wir darauf reinfallen, dass wir denken, wenn wir physische Objekte kaufen, dass wir uns dann besser fühlen. So, das ist so eine Falle, die uns unser Geist uns selber spielt. Und darum kaufen wir immer teurere Sachen, die wir eigentlich nicht brauchen. Das ist die traurige Wahrheit. Aber einher geht auch Motivation. Das heißt, natürlich brauchen wir die Sachen nicht. Natürlich, ob wir jetzt ein Casio oder gar keine Uhr oder eine Bugatti Jacob am Handgelenk haben, wenn wir ehrlich sind, dann wird es unser Leben nicht verändern. Aber jeder Mensch oder wir Menschen haben eine bestimmte Art und Weise zu denken. Und wir jagen solche Sachen auch teilweise, um neue Leistungen zu erbringen. Wir könnten ja auch alle einfach in den Wald gehen und unser eigenes Gemüse anbauen, unsere eigenen Tiere züchten und so weiter. Aber durch diesen Willen, sich teure Dinge zu leisten, arbeiten wir ja und gehen vielleicht über unsere Grenzen hinaus. Und damit bringen wir ultimativ dann auch natürlich durch unsere Arbeit teilweise einen Mehrwert der Gesellschaft. Ne? Von daher, das ist schon ein komplexes Thema, aber wenn man einmal in diesem Level angekommen ist, dann muss man halt schauen, wie man sich motiviert. Und meistens neigen wir dazu, halt durch einfach Käufe, also dadurch, dass man sich teure Dinge kauft und dadurch dann halt die Motivation sich zieht. Und das ist bei mir auch nicht anders. Das Gute ist nur, wenn man weiß, wie man funktioniert, dann kann man damit auch gut arbeiten. Baulig sagte, meine Patek zeigt mir nicht die Uhrzeit, sondern dass ich reich bin. Ja? Es hat schon was mit sozialem Status zu tun. Guck mal, die Sache ist, wir können das alles verteufeln. Ne? Und es ist auch eigentlich, also zum Beispiel jetzt aus meiner Sicht, ne? Wenn ich jetzt jemanden mit einer Patek sehe oder ob ich jetzt jemanden mit einer Tudor sehe oder so. Ganz ehrlich, es ist jetzt nichts, also für mich jetzt, es bedeutet jetzt nichts, weil, also das gibt mir jetzt nichts. Wir können diese Sache verteufeln, dass wir Menschen dadurch ranken, ob sie einen Anzug tragen oder nicht. De facto ist es so, wir können uns auch vor unserer Natur nicht verstecken und man urteilt immer im Unterbewusstsein und von daher, solche Sachen zählen halt damit rein. Ne?
My Rolex Daytona a lot, but I had an experience recently. I thought I was gonna get attacked over my Daytona.
With 6 figures on your wrist, you need to be cautious. Maybe you live in London, where you're at risk of getting run up on by machete-wielding blokes.
Don't f***ing wear that in London. Do not wear that in London.
What are they gonna do, f***ing machete me?
Yeah, literally.
Run away, bro.
Maybe you live in New York City, where high crime rates and sketchy subways have you watching your back at all times. You might even live in a third world country. No matter the location, you realize that your watches have gone from a simple accessory to an asset, a store of material value. The Longa Turbograph is a token.
But a lot of those are like, they don't look expensive.
5 complications, 1,101 parts, and polishing instructions written by the Half-Blood Prince. It's a beautiful piece. Look at this tourbillon, a mechanism originally built to prevent the effects of gravity on pocket watches. Its hypnotic beauty might distract you from the fact that in modern...
Chat, in all the watches, chat, there's always I never Googled it though. It's always purple, always. Like the purple screws, what are those and what material is that? Always purple. What is it?
Synthetic ruby.
Dude, it's an actual ruby, but why a ruby though? Because it's every watch has...
Weil die Eigenschaft von Stahl mit dem Rubin den geringsten Abrieb hat. Jetzt versuch das mal auf Englisch zu erklären. So XQC, an explanation is that this stone, yeah, the moving cage is balanced on it, and the material surface of the ruby in combination with the steel has less friction and you know, material not gone. It stays like this, and this is the best fusion if you put this together in one watch. That's why.
All of them.
From the fact that in modern wristwatches, it's useless. The Fusée and chain mechanism in the watch is also completely obsolete. The expert finishing on the movement's inner parts, you never actually see it. Maybe this is all slightly absurd, but maybe that's the point. Richard Mille RM69 sex watch, $696,000. What celebrity do you think owns this watch?
I hate that one. Bro, Chef Brunel in chat literally told me to buy this last time. He was adamant about it. So that I hate that
Drake's
shit.
weapon of choice, the RM69, has 3 6-sided rollers which produce randomized erotic messages. For example, let me
D-word, your wet ass P-word.
I want to
S-word,
your
female genitalia.
Let me tell you one thing. When I put a Richard Mille on my wrist, it's just bizarre.
Like, why?
$500,000.
Yo, thanks, bro.
All of a sudden, I walk different. I talk different.
Da muss ich zugeben, Richard Mille ist nach wie vor, auch wenn so der Vibe ein bisschen weggegangen ist, so RM ist RM. RM ist einfach RM. Ich hoffe, ich kriege jetzt auch bald meinen Prototypen wieder. Der muss auf jeden Fall hier hin. Der Prototyp muss hier hin. Einfach Richard Mille ist Richard Mille, weißt du? Die Lange ist natürlich auch heftig gewesen, aber RM ist RM.
What is that? Is that the one that does not look expensive? 6702. Is that the one with the lines on it?
Diese flache.
It is. I had it right. It's the one with the fucking lines on it like that, and it's not worth it, bro. This guy's just trolling. It's not. Yeah, it's 300K.
$1 million.
Yo, thanks, bro.
You say half a mil. You say half a mil, you know?
Do people treat you different? Yes. Yeah.
Remember that Cartier tank you bought for $5 grand? They squished
you said half
it.
a mil. That's not half a mil.
1.5 million. Inspiration comes at odd times. In 1967, a man wearing a Cartier watch got in a car accident. The force of the impact and the heat of the crash melted the oval-shaped case of the man's watch. And when Cartier himself saw the brutally damaged object, he only thought one thing. We can make a watch out of this. That is the backstory of the Cartier crash, according to the Cartier marketing department.
I don't get it.
The actual backstory of the watch is much simpler. Rich people got bored. Thus spawned the Cartier crash, a perfectly
really hard to get
watch.
Forget about the price, it's just hard to find
calculated. When it was released, no one liked it. Then Kanye wore it, and everyone liked it. A lot.
Kanye said, only millionaires wear chains. They said, what? He said, I'm a billionaire. Billionaires don't wear their money on their body.
The Jacob & Co. Billionaire is the ultimate display of opulence. Thanos scoured the universe for infinity stones. Jacob & Co. scoured the earth for perfect diamonds to assemble this gauntlet. With the Jacob & Co. Billionaire, you can simply snap your fingers and you'd be getting robbed at gunpoint.
Yeah, that shit is not worth that amount.
It took us almost 4 years to find the stones.
I've never put anything like this on my wrist.
These are just pure cap. It's, dude, these people are fucking, they're walking cap. Cappuccino, Kappa Ross, Kappa Klaus.
21 billionaire watches have been made, with one model being owned by world-famous billionaire Floyd Mayweather.
I was the first one wearing the Patek Philippe. And, you know, I was the first.
Was he though? No shot. The fuck?
In 1868, Patek Philippe made the first Swiss wristwatch. This was a time when pocket watches dominated the industry. Wristwatches were seen as feminine, not to be taken seriously by men. In 1914, the Albuquerque Journal said, "The fellow who wears a wristwatch is frequently suspected of having lace on his lingerie and of braiding his hair at night." But after a few years of war and marketing, the wristwatch transformed from a small piece of woman's jewelry to a masculine tool and a unit of legacy. Men went from calling wristwatches gay to waxing their forearms so they don't tarnish their wristwatch. Perceptions and interests are in perpetual motion. A small trinket that tells the time can be a toy, a tool, a status symbol, and even a work of art. Each one of these stones has a story. Carbon, exposed to extreme heat and pressure in the Earth's mantle, transforms into diamond before being pushed to the Earth's surface through volcanic eruption. These magical gems
made it in a fucking lab.
Eruption sites until they inevitably get dug up by little African boys. You may get so lost in the sparkle of your 110-carat graph hallucination that you don't even notice the time passing by on its minuscule dial. And beneath that dial is the same type of watch movement that was in your flick-flack. The world's most expensive watch has an economical, battery-powered...
See, again, dude, the little purple thing. Am I crazy? Look, the little pink washer, bro.
Battery-powered quartz movement.
Well, they have to.
What advice would you give to young guys or young girls just getting into watches now?
Just getting into watches. Yeah. It's all about the progression. Yeah. Don't jump out the window.
Right.
Off the back.
Yeah, don't buy them, no shit. Yeah, don't buy that shit. The fuck?
Sehr witziges Video.